This is another episode of me documenting the day-to-day process that I'm taking to achieve long-term consistency in the financial market. And I had a video uploaded earlier, but I was in a rush, didn't put effort into it, didn't like it, took it down. So here we go, second attempt. Today is Friday, April 10th, 2026. Took two trades, lost both on demo. Just practicing before the funds clear on the live account. So a little bit of background information about what's been going on recently. I had a Top Step 50K Express funded account. I was doing good on it. I was up 1.42K in profit, and then what happened? I blew it. But what happened when I blew it? Blowing that account gave me the plan, gave me exactly what I needed to focus on, exactly what I needed to work on, which is why, you can have things that disappoint you. Some people let it destroy them, some people let it drive them. And I got tired of letting, things that I don't want to happen bring me down, make me feel bad. But it's not that it made me feel bad. I let it make me feel bad. I made me feel bad. So you have a choice. And this time I was inspired, motivated, felt uplifted. I felt liberated. I felt like, okay, I see what I gotta do now, right? So created the action plan, and now I'm just implementing that, getting the repetition in. And what I did today, how I handled these two losing trades was actually really, really good. And the reason I handled them really, really well was because of the things that I learned from blowing the account. Because now I know exactly what I need to focus on, right? So, again, trading the demo, two losing trades in the first 10 minutes of market open. Why? Let's get into it. So, TradeZella, market review, well, my entire daily process actually, not just a market review, but it starts pre-market. And the first thing that I ask myself is, how am I feeling? How is my read on price? Am I comfortable with my read on price that day? Is it the market clear to me? Is it not clear to me? Am I tired? Am I upset? Do I feel like all that information? So my first thought is, there's no way I would buy this. I came to the market today, and there's no way that I'm looking to be a buyer. So I saw how it was getting jagged above. Damage is done. Stops are taking. It's getting above the market maker buy model terminus with sell side below. It looks like we have a valid SMR criteria about to flip to the sell side of the curve. SMR meaning smart money reversal. So I'm looking for a reversal, not looking for longs at all. What is the draw on liquidity? My draw on liquidity is going to be the sell side liquidity pool at 25,202.75 or London low. That's very obvious to me. Since the market is getting jagged above upon completion of the higher time frame market maker buy model, and I can see accumulation in the highs. So here's a weekly chart. My screenshot pre-market, you can see the timestamp is 9:14. We have these weekly highs, weekly and daily highs that we delivered this week. So down to the daily time frame, that is a key level buy side pool right here. Ran up into that, and now what I'm seeing on the lower time frame tells me we could potentially see a retracement. Doesn't mean it's going to be an absolute change in trend, but a retracement in the near term. Right? If it's an absolute change in trend, I'm definitely going to need more information than what was presented today. But we poked up into that high, right? So in the 4 hour to 1 hour, well, let me read this first. What market phase are we in? I'm anticipating a smart money reversal again. This price has now laid bodies into the 4 hour market maker buy model terminus, that liquidity pool from the daily. It's getting a jagged above. We have obvious sell side below. It's also Friday. Friday, typically when we have one-sided weekly ranges, Friday gives us a retracement, right? So a retracement side of the weekly range can be anticipated because it is Friday. This may not be an absolute change of trend, but it could be completing the sell model before it returns up into my next level of interest that we have higher. So the 4 hour to 1 hour, the 4 hour still shows no signs of a shift, and how it's painting tells me the 4 hour candle could possibly just take off and go. If it does that, I'm not interested in doing anything. So this was a bit of a riskier trade, fading, right? This bullish order flow, bullish market, fading this trend, because I did not see a change in trend on the 4 hour, but with the 1 hour and the 15 minutes told me, maybe we could see a retracement today. So on the 1 hour, I can see accumulation in the highs, while there's really obvious sell side below, leaving the 4 hour fair value gap. So the market may want to target that today if we can confirm a smart money reversal in the morning session. And then the 15 minute. So on the hourly and the 15 minute, I can see the signs of the reversal, although not confirmed. And that's what made this trade more risky. And I think that's why I kind of struggled a bit to time the reversal. So we can see that, it's getting jagged above. We see this high, these highs are taken here. This high takes that high, slight retracement. And then boom, CPI data, what happens? Trade up, keep trading up. No solid retracement. Don't see a lot of, no clear damage done below, no retracement below, no rebalance below. We just keep pushing up into a premium. Then finally on CPI, I leave this candle with this large premium wick. That's not looking bullish to me. CPI is looking like it's in damage. Not looking very bullish at this terminus. And then if we look below the marketplace, what do you see? Very, very clean, smooth lows. So I'm viewing this as potentially setting up a sell model. I'm not looking to be a buyer at all today. So on the 15-minute, appears to be setting up sell model in the opposite direction with no confirmed SMR just yet. We have CPI that keeps trading higher, but leaves that nasty wick. That's not a sign of strength. Sales price may be failing up here. We could see it come close to the CPI high and fail, or take CPI high and reverse. So this right here is basically what I was looking for today. I was looking for price to come close to CPI high and fail, or take that high and reverse, because based on what I saw going into the market open, this, again, not bullish, this, new draws on liquidity below, well, the information the market's giving me above tells me that that's not bullish. We're probably going to reverse on the 15-minute and the hourly, but not on the 4-hour. So a bit of a risky idea. Started to look good. And I thought we were trading in fair value for smart money shorts, sitting in higher time frame buy side pool. So let's look at the trades I actually ended up taking. Let me pull up the recording. All right, let's pull the chart. Let's go to 1 minute. Okay, so you know what I was thinking going into the open. If we go to 15-minute, here's CPI high, and we see what actually happened. So the second idea that I had in mind from pre-market plan, we took a CPI high and reverse. Now I took 2 losing trades before we did that, so I simply mistimed the market. I had the bias right. This was the move that I was looking for, and this gave me more than enough to play the market to the downside, right? I could have just targeted these clean lows here, because all I'm focusing on recently, what I've learned from blowing that account, is I need to stop going for these big ass trades and just prove myself that I can consistently knock down moves, 2R, 3R, framed off of the 1 minute time frame. That's it. I don't need 20,000 risk to reward ratio trades to make money, to feed myself, to fix my financial situation, because it's not looking good. So had I timed the move properly, well, it makes a 4-hour very, very clean, very, very easy 4-hour available to me. But what I actually end up doing is play it, run it out to 9:30. So the first trade that I take is pretty impulsive, it's extremely early. So I have a rule for myself: 2 trades per session max. I cannot take more than 2 trades a session. I need to limit the drawdown that I'm taking, because this model is extremely dependent on bias. And typically what happens is, what's been happening recently, if we look at my results, on the days that I get biased and correct, I'm trying that idea way too many times, and it's leading to way too many losing trades. You can see that I took 4 losses here, 5 losses here, 4 losses here, 5 trades here. Still ended up being a green day, but still took 5 trades, 4 trades, and then finally again 3 trades, and that actually ended up working. So you can see that when I take over 2 trades, for the most part, it ends up being a pretty significant losing day. Now, why is that? Before, I had strict discipline. I was following my 2 trade max rule: 2 trade, 2 trade, 1 trade, 2 trade. And finally, all it takes is one time, and this is what I've learned over the years, all it takes is one instance of you breaking your rules, not working, for it to change your behavior pretty much indefinitely, unless you're aware of it and you catch it and you stop it. But it's extremely hard, because how you win is how you trade. If you break your rules and it ends up working, I guarantee you will break your rules again in the future. You will try that same thing again, and it might not work. You might not get that same outcome. You might not win. It might lead to catastrophic loss. Most of the time, it does lead to catastrophic loss, and that's how I blow accounts consistently over and over again. Roll over into this month, and you can see that on the days that I'm mistiming the move or getting the bias incorrect, 6 losing trades. Why? Like, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? So one of the results that I want from my trading right now, currently, I've only set this intention because I blew the account on Tuesday, is I want to maintain my emotional composure to keep myself from limiting to my trades at 2 a day and just walking away when I get the bias incorrect. 2 shots, that's it, boom, done. If I mistime the move, too bad, that's it. Because what I would previously do is I'd take 2 losing trades and I'd give myself that leeway to be like, you know what, I probably just mistimed the move. let me go ahead and take a third and break the rule. And that's what happened here. And I was never able to follow that 2-trade max rule ever again. And that led to eventual, what happened? Blowing up the account, right? So, not folding on that, not giving myself the leeway. If I take 2 losses and I think I mistimed the move, well, sorry, you got to walk away. You got to be done. And that's basically what happened today. We can see the first trade that I took is pretty impulsive. I sold the market short here on a simple run up above these relative equal highs here, and then we started to trade lower. But I literally sold before the first 1 minute candle even closed because that's what I did on Wednesday, and it worked on Wednesday for a winning trade. How you win is how you trade. But I tried again this time, and I don't get the same outcome. And then TradingView does this thing. I'm not sure if you guys experience the same thing, but you press the buttons early into the market open, and everything is just delayed. It's just I don't know what's up with that, but it's been doing that for a while. So you can see it's kind of like glitching out, whatever. But I stop out on a run up above this high. So impulsive entry, literally selling the first 1 minute candle that we get. So I wasted one of 2 trades in the first minute of market open. So I missed the move because I wasted one of the opportunities, 1 out of 2 opportunities that I give myself per session in the first minute of market open. I'm not going to give myself the leeway and know that I made the mistake of impulsively entering on the first 1 minute candle and then allow myself to take a third trade as well. I'm not going to do that anymore because I know I know what that's led to in the past. No more leeway. We're being extremely disciplined and tight with the rules, following the rules. So that's trade 1. That stops out. And then what happens? We have sudden 1, 2 down candle. Again, I wasn't requiring a run up above the CPI high. And why? Because from what I've seen in the past, sometimes what happens is if we stay within the range of that CPI candle, we have a day like this, right, getting really, really jagged above, really overextended, a lot of clean sell side below. Sometimes we stay within the range of that CPI candle, we don't take it, and then we reverse there. So I'm not requiring that it takes CPI high, but that would also be a part of my plan if I were to attempt a reversal before then and it fails, which it did today, and we didn't reverse until we actually took that high. But again, I don't get the second opportunity. I don't get the opportunity when the move actually comes because I wasted that opportunity, my first opportunity, in the first minute of market open. So here I am trying this again. Like, this is a valid trade. This is a valid chance. The only thing is the market comes so far down into this range from this low to this high, and the entry is extremely, extremely low. So framing the stop, my stop is extremely, extremely wide. This trade ends up not working out as well. It was just a really, really poor condition today. We had consumer shitment. That's what I call it. If we look at the calendar, we go to here and here. Consumer sentiment. So consumer sentiment Fridays, most of the time they tend to be really, really, really bad condition. Like exactly what we see today. Just really, really slow, really choppy, really grindy. It doesn't really go anywhere. We had no direction today. This was the best move of the entire session, right? The move that I was looking for. So bias essentially correct. Didn't deliver London low as I was expecting, but I don't need it to because now I'm focused on just these small consistent wins, right? All I need to do is take off at a level that makes sense to me. I'm thinking we could go down here today. I don't need it to go down there to make money. And that's why you take off at low hanging fruit objectives to avoid things like this. That's what I was doing previously. I'd be going for these big swings. I would be going for the full take profit every single time, the full objective that I'm thinking the market could go for that daily range. And I'd have so many trades that come back on me like this, and then I wouldn't be willing to move my stop to break even. I'd literally let these trades turn into losing trades. I'd be up over 150 points and let these trades come back, turn into losing trades. So I was literally trading on difficulty impossible, like impossible difficulty. It just didn't make any sense at all. No sense at all. So first trade, burned. Second trade, valid attempt, not the right time. When does the move actually come? When we take CPI high and reverse. You know, if we look at ES, we can see that ES does stay within the range of the CPI candle and creates the reversal that I'm looking for, also delivering the London low. So exactly what I was looking for played on ES does not happen on NQ. So we have that divergence today. And then we also did it with Dow. I don't really look at Dow at all. But Dow provided the most favorable setup for what I was looking for today. I'd never trade this thing though, but just taking a look. Sells right at the open, right at 9:30. That's ideal. That's exactly what I would want to see. That's what I was looking for on NASDAQ. Didn't happen. So that's basically it for today. Not much going on. Just still trading, executing the live or in the demo account before moving on to live. Should trade live next week. Another reason why the market doesn't continue lower is because, the SMR isn't confirmed on the 4-hour time frame. We're still distributing higher. We're still offering buy side delivery when the market is in a buy program. And buy side delivery, it is offering buy side liquidity, meaning it's going to completely ignore sell side liquidity. And that's one thing that I'm learning, teaching myself recently, because there's a lot of trading days where the market is just clearly trending bullish and it leaves behind levels like this and like this, but it just completely ignores them and it does not take them. Well, it's because we're in a buy program offering buy side delivery. The market's not interested in sell side right now. It's seeking buy side. And then you have retracements like this, runs lower, that just stop, and then just continue higher for really no reason at all. So that's kind of the condition we're in right now. Everything flipped on Tuesday once we had the announcement of the ceasefire. And now we're in a completely different condition. Now we're having low resistance liquidity run. Super, super quick, super, super fast run in 8 days. Look how far we traveled. It's pretty crazy. So these highs are potentially next if we can hold up above this high. I'm thinking we might take this high here. We might see a short-term retracement. Maybe back down into here, a deeper discount of this, and then potentially go for that. But we'll see what the market gives us moving forward. So main takeaway from today, don't burn the opportunities that I give myself, because I only give myself 2 chances a session. Okay, I don't want to waste one of those in the first minute of market open if I don't have a lot of clear confirmation that the market should reverse. At least wait for the first 1 minute candle to close. Like, can I at least do that? Like, I'm not even giving myself a chance because it's there today, but I lose twice before it happens. It happens late in the morning session. So that's it for this one. Not much going on today. Next week should be cool. We'll be trading the live account for literally the first time in 3 years. I have an AMP account, and the last time that I made a deposit on it was 2023. So it's 2026 now, and I'm still out here working towards profitability. So it's been a long-ass journey. A lot of pain, a lot of struggle, a lot of grind. But guess what? Ain't no quit over here. Ain't no stopping. We're going to get there. As long as I put in the effort every single day, I'm going to fucking get there. No way I'm not. So that's it for this one. I'll see you guys next week.